Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in. So sorry for the delay. I was trying to give others more time so that they can join in, right? Okay, once again, welcome everybody. Good evening. I hope the presenters are here and they are ready. Okay, right, okay. So once again, thank you to everyone that joined in. Thank you to our community members that are here. Um, right, and thank you to everybody and every single team that took out time to collaborate with fellow community members to work on their projects, piece it all together. I know the time frame was very short, but you guys came together, your resilience and hard work, showed throughout. And out of 32 teams, right, 19 of you were able to submit your projects. So once again, my name is Joy Ene, and I will be the anchor for today's hackathon, right? So we know why we are here, right? So the 19 teams will be presenting their projects following the sheets that I sent. So you'll be presenting in that order, right? And you'll be given only 7 minutes per team. I know some teams have like 10 people on a team, 15 people. I'm not sure how effective that will be because I don't think all 10 of you will be able to present in the 7 minutes time frame. But if you think you'll be able to manage your time accordingly, then that is fine. Otherwise, maybe just specific people in your groups would go ahead with the presentation. So again, please do not unmute your mics. If you have something to say, please, use the reaction and raise your hand, right? So we don't want this to be rowdy, please. Okay, so judging your projects today is Miss Ruby, the brilliant mind behind Digitally Drive. Miss Ruby, please, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Joy. Hi, everybody. It's great to be
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay, great. So without any further ado, okay, somebody is raising their hand up. Do you want to say something quickly? Nengi. Okay. So I guess not. Okay, so without further ado, right, we can kickstart, the hackathon. So once again, please, all teams have just 7 minutes to present their projects. So the first team, are you here? If you are here, please, you
Yes,
can raise your
yes,
hands.
we
Okay.
are.
Okay, great. So please go ahead. The floor is yours.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nengi. Can you hear me? So I can be sure.
Can
Can
hear you,
everyone
Nengi.
hear me? Okay,
Yes,
all
we
right.
can
Good
hear you.
evening, everyone. My name is Nengi, and I'm representing the winning team. Okay, our analysis is based on healthcare admission and billings, and we got our data set from Cargo. Now, our data set is a CSV file with 55,500 records and 15 fields. The fields are namely name, age, gender, blood type, medical condition, date of admission, doctor, hospital, insurance, billing amount, room number, admission, discharge date, medication, and test results.
Sorry, not to cut you short. You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry, my sincere apologies about that. Entire screen share. Okay, can we all see my screen? All right, so we performed the extract, transform, and load process, and we use Power Query for our cleaning as our cleaning tool and Power BI as our modeling and visualization tool. For cleaning, I made mention of the fields we had. We had 15 fields, so we needed to like give it a proper clean. The first thing we identified was that there wasn't any unique key, which is very, very important. The primary key is very, very important in a data set to help you with your analysis. So we added a column, an index column, and we titled it patient ID. So after which we transformed the name column by capitalizing the first letters of the name, because we noticed that it had capital letters all here and there, both capital and small letters. So we capitalized them. Then we trimmed each column, so it will enable us avoid any unnecessary space in order not to interrupt with our analysis. Then we also extracted year and quarter from our data date of admission, because we want to know the trend in terms of the billings, in terms of the admission as well. Then we added conditional column for age category. We wanted to know the group of people that are being hospitalized or have some medical conditions and the likes. We also added a conditional column. Like I said earlier, we extracted the quarter data set from the date of admission. So we had to rename it by adding an conditional column to first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Then we dropped the unnecessary columns, which are discharge date and room number, because we don't need them to analyze our data sets. For our KPIs, we have total revenue, total patient, average revenue, and total number of hospitals. Then for our slicers, we have insurance provider, gender, date of admission. This is the date of admission is because we need detailed information of daily activities in terms of both billing and admission. Then we also have on our slicer the medical condition, which are this. So our measures, we did total patients in order for us to get our KPIs. So we did total patient, total revenue, and average billing amounts. For our objectives, we are looking at billings by length stay, and we can see here that those that stayed for 14 days have the highest billing in terms of the amount, which is over $50,000. So we have from 1 day to 30 days, and for the lowest we have is 16 days, the revenue that came in with 56, sorry, with just a moment, with 1,757 patients in 1,566 hospitals. So we also looked about the top billing hospitals. In general, we have about 40,000 hospitals. So we can't have those 40,000 on the dashboard, so so we don't have them clustered. So we chose our top 10 hospitals that are generating high income, and we can see that Johnson PLC has the highest.
Nengi, sorry to cut you short. Please, you have less than 1 minute, so wrap up.
Okay, so basically, we also have we wanted to know the relationship between the admin type, the admission type, and the billing amount. Then we went further to do a yearly trend, and we noticed that the data set was from 2019 to 2024, with 2020 as the highest revenue year, the year they had the highest revenue. Oh, sorry, my okay, so these are the information, because we had to do a table to capture a wider this thing. We also did based on quarter, so we saw that third quarter also has the highest. Then we did medical condition based on age. So these are age categories: senior, elderly, adult, middle age, youth, and teens. So we can see that seniors has the highest in terms of the medical conditions. So they're about 16,000 plus seniors with the different medical conditions they were outlined here. We have arthritis, asthma, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. Okay, so our insights is top. Okay.
Okay, Nengi, your time is up, please.
Oh,
Right.
all right.
So thank you, the winning team, for that presentation. Right. Miss Ruby, please, you want to say anything?
Um, all right. I think your analysis was quite concise. Um, I also think that
Please, I can't
your
hear you properly.
can you hear me?
Yes, but it's a bit low. Mhm.
Is it low now?
Okay, it's okay now. It's better now.
All right, I'm saying that I like your. Can you walk me? Can you take me back to your dashboard? So I'm saying that I love your analysis. I love your communication skill rather. So it was very easy for me to follow through what you were saying. I mean, I was really enjoying your breakdown. So it was good in terms of your communication. I also, I sort of like your choice of chat. That also, drove your analysis. Your choice of chat was just, you chose quite interesting insights to show, such as the age group, that was admitted the most, and just being able to like um convert your continuous data points into that categorical data point so that you're able to bring out that insight. I also love that you were able to drill for the senior. There was a chart you showed, I think, in that medical condition by age factor. You can walk me through. You showed the diseases that were attributed to people who were in seniors, like what the disease that had the highest. You're just that you did not succeed. But yeah, I can see that obesity, diabetes have like the highest, and which is if you check that in real sense, that's like the most common. But can you walk me through your dashboard again, like the main dashboard? So what I'll say is while your main dashboard is okay, but the color, I'm not really like a fan of this much color. I mean, other people might say that these colors are not a lot, but to me, I feel like they're a lot. I also think that your next dashboard, like the other charts that you were showing, you might be just be thinking that okay, because this is my main dashboard, all this one has just billing by bill by year. You can still make that into a continuous dashboard. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole essence of this hackathon is like, to sort of give feedback before the main hackathon where we have external judges and sort of pick the guys that will be here to the next stage. So if you can go back to make that edit in terms of making your other dashboard like a dashboard, so to speak, not just charts.
Okay.
Because I like the fact that after just giving on this, your first dashboard is pretty much just showing the KPIs and some quick insight. But you're not started going further to sort of show more insight, which is good. So you want to also merge those rest of those charts that were one into one dashboard, so it's like a continuous dashboard. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that can actually work. So I want to see those your insurance provider. Can you um walk me through the drop down? Let me see. All right,
Yeah, so
perfect.
these
So
are our, yes, these
limited.
are our insurance providers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's just it. So well done, team, the
And
winning team. Yeah,
thank you.
that should be all from me, Joy.
And thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Nengi, for your presentation. Thank you, the winning team. Okay, so the next team that we have is factor exploratories. I don't know. Please, if you are here, the floor is yours. Factor team, please, are you here? Okay.
Please, can you see my screen? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. I want to thank the Digitally Drive group for giving my team and I this opportunity. We we chose to talk about waste management because it's actually a major problem here in Nigeria and one of the reasons why we are so backward as a country. Municipal waste is basically the waste we produce every day in our homes and in our homes and offices. And this analysis was aimed at getting the waste disposal methods and looking for ways to curtail waste to the barest minimum here in Nigeria. The objectives of this project was we identified common waste disposal method, we assessed the awareness level of waste management services, and we looked for better ways to help manage the municipal waste generated. We use primary primary method for collection of data and also the secondary method. The primary method we used was we shared questionnaires and also interviewed people physically. That's people that our questionnaires could not get to. We had to interview them, such as market women and shoemakers on the road. And we also did some data cleaning, such as removing of duplicates, data validation, standardized formatting, and the rest. The overview of our analysis, we had 70 entries apart from those that were physically interviewed, and we based our analysis on 4 states. From our analysis, we found out that the major waste people collect people the major waste that is being generated in our homes and offices is organic waste. The key insights of our projects were region, the knowledge of citizens on waste impact, awareness of citizens on government waste policies, willingness to pay for collection, and waste disposal method. From our studies, we found out that Nigeria actually generates over 32 million tons of waste annually, and only 20 to 30% is properly managed. Informal pickers also play a very significant role in recycling, although their work is largely unregulated and unrecognized. This is the dashboard my team and I came up with, and I'll be explaining more on this in the coming slides. The first dashboard is the waste disposal method. We analyze the distance proximity from your homes and from their homes and offices to the waste disposal points, and how they actually dispose their waste. We found that a majority of the waste is actually collected by waste management services. A large amount is dumped in open spaces, and recycling is the least practiced method. External insight, the World Bank highlights that poor waste disposal method contributes to urban flooding. And based on our research, like I said earlier, we found out that 20 to 30% of Nigerian waste is not properly is proper is only 20 to 30% is properly managed. We also found that from analysis, only 61.43% of our respondents are actually aware of government policies, and 38.57 are not. 38.57 is still a very short, is weak due to funding and enforcement challenges. Many local governments have little interest in enforcing laws, mostly due to lack of infrastructure and improper policy execution. We also went ahead to get the knowledge of citizens on impact of waste on health. And from our analysis, we observe that people who observe proper waste disposal methods are those who actually understand the negative effects of waste on our health. And from the line graph, you can see the relationship between people who have knowledge on the waste impacts on our health against how they actually dispose their waste. Our research also shows that education of the public on waste management helps to improve the public waste, which in turn helps to improve our waste. And countries with high waste education programs recycle most of their waste. It's a good thing that from our analysis we found out that actually most citizens are willing to pay a little fee to help curtail the improper disposal of waste. And the willingness of citizens to pay will also help to curtail this. From our study shows that willingness to people who are willing to pay for waste to be collected in a proper method are actually people who earn highly. From our conclusion, in conclusion, from our insights, we discover that citizens not being aware of government waste management policy affects compliance, and most people still practice bad waste disposal methods. Most people are actually willing to pay for better waste collection. We recommended that government should increase awareness and sensitization on the importance of proper waste management and its side effects. Government should also promote the need to recycle waste and put measures in place for proper waste recycling. Government should also use this data we have gotten to help manage improper disposal of waste. Citizens themselves should also come up with good recycling methods and implementation by going into public-private partnership. Some of the challenges we encountered during this project were some responses were misleading due to gaps in our data sets, and how we resolved this was we used techniques such as removing of duplicates and interpolation. Respondents were also reluctant to fill this survey, especially the ones we met on the road, but we had to give them a brief lecture telling them the importance and the need of this project. Another challenge
Hey,
is
He-Man,
the
please, your
data.
time is up. Please round up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so the data set only covers 4 areas, making it impossible to generalize our finding across Nigeria. But the data collection was focused on 4 major states in Nigeria, and also the previous data collected online was also used. Thank you
Okay.
for your time.
Okay, Ahimen, thank you for your presentation. Thank you, Team Factor. Okay, Ms. Ruby, please. Do you want to say anything?
Sure. So nice one. Explore. How did you pronounce your team? Pardon me, but explore
I just call it
intersection.
factor.
Huh?
You can just call it factor. That's fine.
Okay, factor. Well done. Um, I think I enjoyed your presentation, but I heard you say you saw the. I mean, I like the presentation. I think I should just pick on that first from the way you took it up onto your challenges, you came. I was thinking you're not going to put recommendation, but I saw the recommendation. But I think I want to speak first on your data itself. Did you say this data was collected primarily, or you saw it on Google? I don't get that.
Okay, we collected the data, like we had primary data and secondary data. The primary data was collected majorly through Google Forms and through physical interviews for those people who our Google Forms could not get to. So it was
So,
collected both.
so what was your sample size like? I'm just curious because the hackathon came out like just few, maybe 2 weeks or so, and then I want to get how you're able to cover, the primary data physically.
The number of entries we had on our Google form was 70. That's minus the physical interviews we actually held with people, because most people were reluctant to fill it. So we just had to interview them physically on the road.
Okay. And you mix that with secondary data from where?
From sources online like the Nezra and other sites that have actually done done this type of data collection before, like
Okay, so you
where I mentioned that so only 20 to 30% of Nigerian waste is properly managed. I got
okay,
that
so
online.
to understand it better, the online version is just the research you did, not like the actual data itself. I don't know, get what I'm trying to say. You got statistics online, not data.
Yes, yes,
But the data you analyze itself was the primary data from Google Form and physical location. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay, okay. I think that's because I'm gonna ask. I thought you got the data itself second. I wanted to know how you consolidated it. But anyway, I think that's okay. In terms of your chart, I want to. You can put up your chart very quickly, so I don't take too much time. Your chart title is too big. There's no point putting like why is the chart title like this big? Honestly, um you need to remove all those pounds, something, something. So when you're saying you're trying to do your legend should be, instead of saying your legend is count of, for instance, I'll take the first chart. Instead of saying your legend is count of country slash region, I can't really see, and saying and that count of, you can just say the first legend is country slash region only, and put the second legend as knowledge of waste. Simple, because people just want to look at your chat title and they already can tell straight to the point where your chat is about, right? Now, this is just me talking about the legend. Now, like I said, chat title itself too is ambiguous. So, count of country, region, and count of da 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 da, da by waste display. So, it's kind of very long. So, you want to turn that very short. So, I don't really understand what your chat is about, Sha, but like just example. So, you can say, um, um, country or waste disposal method by country, region, and knowledge of waste. So waste disposal method by country and knowledge of waste. So it's shorter and you can make the fonts a bit smaller so it contains data. Last is just take like 2 lines, but it's going to be very, very concise rather than saying all those count. We already know it's count because people that do analysis can tell that you must have triggered count in your Power BI field. So that's that. Um Also, I feel like your presentation was good. The way you did it on PowerPoint, without extra effort. But in terms of your analysis, so to speak, I can't really see, what you did on Power BI, right? I can just see it as a chart on as just a one page on your PowerPoint, and so which is good. I can tell like your data wasn't so big, so I mean that you wouldn't have struggled so much with data cleaning. Okay, even though you said you had some challenges, but that's okay. You just have to work on that chat title, and yeah, I really think that that's it. So that your KPI that says um state analyzed for 70. What is okay, 70 ID? This means that your data was big, so it means that your data was just 70 rows. So even though still on still, you still need to sort of put those KPIs in a box so that it's easier to catch. I didn't even catch it up until now, so I want to just see because KPIs are like quick statistics that I can just really see and say, okay, this is what your data is about. So you want to work on that as well. I also like the fact that you did quite a lot of research, so you had like statistics that sort of back prior statistics that you use, you leverage. So I really think that's okay, and I think I learned your recommendation. I was going to ask you one recommendation. You made a finding. I wanted to ask you what recommendation did you keep for that, but I really cannot remember. But yeah, I like the fact that you also give recommendations. So I really think that that's that. So well done. So if you can just implement those here and yeah. So I think that should be all. So over to you, Joy.
Thank you so much for the correction.
Okay, thank you, Team Factor, and thank you, Ahimen, for that presentation. So the third team, Team Gold, please, the floor is yours if you're here. Go ahead, 7 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Uto Onoha, and I'm going to be presenting on behalf of Team Gold. Okay. An analysis of airline reviews by passengers who have flown these airlines. Yeah, by passengers who have flown these airlines. We had a couple of survey parameters. The number of customers that were reviewed, 6,566. The number of airline classes, 4. Types of traveler, 4. Number of airlines reviewed, 10. Number of parameters rated, 5. And it was reviewed over a 9-year period. Turkish Airlines had most of the customers reviewed. From the classes, there were 4 classes. Economic class had most of the customers, like most people flew economy. Then most of the passengers were solo travelers compared to being a couple of family or business. The year that had the highest review was 2019. From 2020, the review dropped. We could say maybe that's due to COVID and then online platforms. The 10 airlines had recommendations. Yeah, and Turkish Airlines, together with Air France, had negative recommendations compared to other airlines. Here we have, these are the ratings. They were rated by best airline, food and beverage, in-flight entertainment, value for money, staff service rating, seat comfort rating. And this analysis can be, different insights can be brought. For the business class, the best airline was Ever Air. And for economic class, it was All Nippon Airways. For the first class, Japan Airlines took the lead, and for premium economy, we have Qatar Airways. Across all the ratings, different airlines were best in different things. Now, for the people traveling for business, Qatar Airways took the overall rating. For couples, All Nippon took it. For family leisure, Qatar was rated the best. For solo leisure, Emirates was rated the best. Across the years, 2019 had the highest, so we could say All Nippon still was the highest rated airline in 2019. In 2016, when the rating started, All Nippon was the best. And in 2024, Japan Airlines was the best. So our analysis, the airline with the best overall rating is All Nippon Airways. Then the ratings differ per class. So it depends on the class of airline you want to travel. It will now determine the airline you would use. All types of travelers, all of them, solo, business, family, couple, they all rated All Nippon as the best airline. Turkish Airlines had the lowest overall rating. So our recommendations for luxury flying experience, travelers will be advised to fly Japan Airlines. And if you are traveling for business, vacation, your family, use All Nippon. And if you decide to travel with premium economy, Qatar Airways will give you a good flying experience. Now, Turkish Airlines and Emirates have the least ratings. From this survey, they need to look into their company, into the customer experience, and then improve on their services. Overall, All Nippon and Ever Air were the highest rated airlines for traveling. Thank you.
Thank you, Uto. Lovely presentation, and thank you for trying to manage your time. Okay, so Miss Ruby.
Um, So I don't think you walked us through your. Can I see your model, your data modeling? I don't think you even walked us through your data cleaning per se. Did you walk us through it?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Maybe you should maybe something like you can include that maybe at the end if you don't want to say that in the middle. You want to just go straight to the insights you wanted to create from this, from your findings, sort of your recommendation. You can just put maybe pretty much steps you took, like yeah, clearly, oh, I was able to achieve this by doing this. Maybe just something at the end because I don't think you really touched on how you cleaned your data.
Data.
Can I see your
Okay.
modeling, your data modeling? Take me to the icon of modeling.
Mm. It was just a table. I think this is the model. Yeah.
Hmm. You don't have any data modeling. It means you
Apparent.
didn't do anything with data modeling, right? That's what it means.
Yes, no, I didn't. I just had the table, cleaned it, and then worked on the visuals. We just had table,
No.
cleaned it, and worked on the visuals.
This analysis can be better. Um, your 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 analysis worked. I mean, you just be like, oh, my analysis worked, a bit, blah blah blah. But the whole essence of the hackathon is just to just more like challenge you. So if your analysis still works and you give us something, I kid you not, if you had run a data modeling for this, it would have been far better by creating a fact table and then having the other dimensional, several dimensional table linked to the fact table. So I need you to just do a quick insight into your data modeling and see how you can, out of one data set, this data set was gotten from Gago, right? I know
No,
I'm
no,
very familiar with this
it was
data,
not. It was
right?
got. No, I got it
Gotten from,
from a simulation project that I had done previously. A simulation
oh, wow.
project by Flash. Mm.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So run a model. You and your team members can go and see how you can. You might sometimes you have one data and you're like, oh, but my analysis is actually not. If you run a model, you see how sweeter your slicing can be. For instance, now take me
Okay.
back to your dashboard. That your dashboard where you did you grouped the second dashboard, the ratings. Yeah, so I like the fact that first thing first, I like the fact that you sort of summarize it. I mean, like I was telling the first team that you don't have to do one when you're done. When you created the first dashboard, the subsequent ones don't have to be one. Merge it into another dashboard. So I like that. But you could see that your slides that could have been better. So you see that class of travelers, types of travelers, review year. You shouldn't have made it show like this. For instance, there's something that the first team did, which was you just show only class of traders and you can have a drop down that now allows you select 2016. So it means that they don't have to take off spaces because at the end of the day, your dashboard needs to be as compared as possible. When I started studying page, I was really trying to how to understand. Obviously, dashboard will still be supported by communication, but at least some extras, you just already tell immediately what your what your. So I like the fact that your chart titles had like very straight to the point headings, like for instance, best airline by overall rating, or overall rating by food and beverage rating, in-flight manual. So that those cases were like the chat title was straight to the point. But still on still, I was finding it very hard to sort of understand what that means because there was a lot of information all at once on that page. So you want to now use the other type of thing, that thing that where is a drop down that allows you to now slice through, not actual you're putting charts for. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Really, if I'm
Yes, I
making
do.
sense. So you can just
Yes,
do
I
that
do.
to start. So it's just one tiny something that's there called class of traveler. Then you can now click on the drop down where you can now select all or select one by one so that you can now slide through to the chart that you want to show for that. Um this is okay. I also think that you can make your chat a bit a bit smaller because um I already can tell that Qatar Airways, I'm talking about, let me just pick the in-flight entertainment rates. I can tell that Qatar Airways, all Nippon, all of these are all flights, but it doesn't matter because those lines don't really tell me anything. The thing that really tells me things is like the I'm following the sequence of the each line. I don't know how to explain. So like, I can tell that for the in-flight entertainment rating, Turkish had the smallest because the line is more smaller than that. Before I now say, let me look at the data points that you add the data labels. So I don't need to have it too fast because even if it's thinner, even if the width is smaller, I can still see that the line of the list is shorter than that. And I can also tell from the data point. So you can, I don't know, you can just want to do that. That it's not too, this big and so much information is in our faces. But if you can just implement that and just work your modeling, I really think that your choice of colors was great. You didn't do too much with the colors. And then just your analysis too was just tricky for it. So well done.
Thank you.
Okay, well done, Uto. So the next team is the analyst squad. Analyst squad, please, if you are here, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, my name is Adesola Victoria, and my squad and our squad is the analyst squad. So I'll be introducing my teammates, and number one is we have Deborah Akimbola Deborah. My name is Adesola as well. My name is there's another person named Adedoyin Christiana, Chigoze, Funlola Afolabi, Damilola Akintayo, Idoko, Jurojaye Adedolapo, then Kali and Adenike. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adedoyin Christiana. So I'll be talking about the data sets. Our data sets was gotten from Cargo. Please, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, ma. Thank you. So I was gotten from Cargo, and it contains detailed information about pizza orders from a specific restaurant. It captures various aspects of each pizza order, and it includes details of the pizzas, the quantities, pricing, the order dates, and categorization details. So the major objective of our team is to know the sales performance of the pizza. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what's going on? Is it that you guys are sharing the presentation like one by one?
Yes, ma.
No, please, one person should take it. If you do that, take it. We're going to spend more time. So if one person can take it, that would be great.
So the title of our data set is Pizza Sales Performance Dashboard. And the title clearly states the purpose of the dashboard. And we can also see some trend that was identified in the dashboard and some area of improvement. So concerning our dashboard, we have some cards which display the numerical summary, that is the count of each pizza category that was sold. And we also have a library of different charts in which we use for our for our dashboard, in which we use bar charts, we use pie charts, and we use area charts. So we have pie charts which display the percentage of sales by pizza category. That is the percentage distribution of each sales across different pizza category. We can see the different percentage here. Also, we have the bar charts for revenue by category. We can see the revenue of each pizza category. We have classic, we have supreme, we have veggies, we have chicken, and we can see the revenue that was derived from each classic, from each category. Also, we have bar charts that talks about the customer preference. That is when they order, we can see that most of them like large portion, also medium size. The extra large, they do not really prefer the extra large. Also, we have the area chart, which talks about the peak order time, which it actually shows the trend of pizza order over the hours. And we can see that the 10th hour of the day is the highest time in which people get their order most. Also, in conclusion, our dashboard just aims to provide insight into the data set, that is the pizza sales performance, including the category popularity, that we can see the most category in which the customer prefer, and also the revenue and the peak order time. And we also have some insights here, in which is the classic pizza category. We can see that it leads to both sales percentage. We can see that the classic percentage is more higher. And we can also see the results in the revenue establishing the top performance, in which the classic pizza category, in which more people demand it, and also it bring more revenue. And also the peak hour, we can also see that, and we also see that they prefer large portion followed by the medium and the small size. The extra large does not really sells well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, analyst squad. Thank you for managing your time. Okay, please, Miss Ruby.
Um, it shows any recommendation. Do you have a recommendation?
Yes, the only recommendation is that there is a close competition, which means we can see that there is a close competition, which means is indicating that there is a potential for others to grow. So they have to be more hardworking in that area to just make it balance or to boost it out. Maybe people can also prefer the other ones.
Okay. Any recommendation as to what they can do? Maybe you guys have plans for that.
What did you say, Ma?
Do you guys set out any recommendation? Maybe so to speak, that they can, sort of leverage to drive that.
Okay, yes, they should also reduce maybe they should not even try to put extra large because it's not even bringing, customer did not prefer it. Maybe once they stop that, it can boost order up.
What I'm asking, can see your question is different. I mean, great presentation. Um, you know, um, I mean, my favorite color is green. Don't mind me, I'm not biased, but yeah, nice choice of color. But why your question is different is because you're doing a pizza sales dashboard, right? It's called sales, as the name implies. So it's different from when somebody's doing an airline analysis, right? So that's why I'm asking. In terms of sales, you know that you mentioned that the classic was in the highest revenue. But the margin between classic and others is so slim, meaning that there's room for others to grow. So any strategies on that for that to happen really so that they can sell more. That's why I asked, that question because you are doing a sales, meaning that you might be a data analyst working in the sales department, trying to, maintain a sales dashboard and really just because at the end of the day, you're solving problems as a data analyst. You're not just, just trying to put up numbers. You have to make sense of the numbers, make it make sense to your stakeholders, and now tell them, okay, these sort of, lay some contribution. This is what I really think because it's sales at the end of the day. That's why I asked that question. But your analysis is actually it was straight to the point, really. Um, it was I think the explanation was also great. You kept that in time, but I just feel like I would have loved to see something like you didn't speak on your challenges. I really just want to see whether you were super keen, while doing the analysis. That's the whole point of hackathons, honestly. So that it's like you really have to like, oh my god, like, it took me a while and I hacked this thing. Like, oh my god, and we were able to pull this up. So I really would have loved to see more detail. When it comes to challenges, this was straight to the point. And I also think that your dashboard could have been better, right? While your dashboard looks very, someone will see that, yeah, actually, it's actually like, somehow the charts are just straight to the point, but you can see that the charts were joining together. I don't know the concept behind that. Like the customer preferences that is on black and the percentage of sales by pizza that is on black. I mean, that shouldn't be the case. So, excuse me, please, is join together. You want to separate that and maintain let the customer preference sort of um sort of be what's the word? Let the customer preference take, for instance, let it be tailored to only that chart. So why is it joining? So let it be, it's not going to be shining green. Sorry, black, different from the green. So let it be, okay, this is the chart for this is the chart title attached to it. Not that you're putting two titles on one line. And you can even see that there's a join between the pick of all that time and the revenue that category. There's a join something is joining together, and it's not really ideal, so to speak. Just need to work on that. And I would love for your KPIs. I always say this thing: if you're doing KPIs, though, your KPIs have to be in like a bold, like that sort of text, like an image. You should have started something to not put your KPI on top. Now your KPI is now in like white blank. It's not really going to be catchy, but when you have those KPIs very, they're like straight on point. Someone can easily just see that and already just start to speak on your data. And I also think in terms of your small notes, next time you can just, maybe if you want to leave your notes in another page, you can do that so that we know that this thing is only for, because just the way it's hanging there is not really, if you want to put insights, what's it called, insights write-ups, you can just make the whole line. But the way it's just somehow under, so you can just like either do that or just put it on a separate page. So yeah, but your analysis was good, and I really think that it was spot on. Like I could just really tell, that okay, this is this. Cheese, the classic, pizza, got this. The labeling was good. Yeah, the labeling for the pie chart was good. The pizza site was also good. I think that's really just it from my end. Yeah, so well done. This is for team. Just remember, analyst squad. Well done.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, thank you, Deborah, and thank you, analyst squad. Okay, so the next team is the pattern detectives. Here. Please, the floor is yours. Pattern detectives, are you guys here, please?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. I would start presenting soon. So sorry about that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shakira Daudu, and I'm presenting for the team Pattern Detectives. So we created a dashboard that analyzes the effect of social media on mental health. So in this digital age and time, social media has become an important day of our daily life. It has different platforms that offer opportunities for social connection, entertainment, networking, monetization. But um, research has increasingly linked excessive social media use to negative mental health outcomes, especially in young people. So according to a research that the World Health Organization did, suicide is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, with social and psychological factors playing a significant role. Studies also showed that young people, particularly students, are highly vulnerable to the negative effects of social media, with self-comparison, online harassment, and so on. So a real life example a real life example was about a few weeks ago. I was scrolling through Instagram. Then I came across the story of Lizzie Velasquez that was born with a rare genetic disorder. So when she was 17 years old, she was scrolling through YouTube, just like the rest of the world. Then she came across a page that a page that a social media influencer uploaded her pictures and tagged her the ugliest woman in the world. So though for Lizzie, instead of letting the hate get to her and define her, she used her experience to advocate for self-acceptance and resilience. But that is not the case for almost everybody that has gone through cyberbullying. So we got the data set from Cargo. We cleaned our data sets using Excel. Okay, we changed the data stamp, rather the timestamp rather. We used from normal text, we changed it to dates because it was a mixture of dates and normal text. So we changed it to dates. The data set had 21 columns, of which 20 of them are questions that show the correlation between social media and mental health. So we edited the questions so that they can fit so that they can fit the dashboard, and then we don't need to be reading long text, and we can just use short words instead. So then we analyzed our data using Power BI. All right. So this is the first chart we created. So this visualization shows the impact of social media usage on depression and social media comparison. So we had average daily use of social media in hours, less than 1 hour and all. So people that have that use social media for more than 5 hours, they've been found to have the highest level of depression and also the highest level of comparison effects. That is comparing their own success to other people's success on social media. Back to the report. Then here is another one, effect of social media comparison on anxiety level. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we can see that comparison of oneself, comparison of oneself to other people's success on social media, which is the highest one, which is 5, and average level of worries. And it has the highest average level of worries, that's 24.8. So here we can see that comparing yourself to other people, comparing your own success to other people's success on social media can lead to a very high level of worry, which can affect the mental health of the individual. So here is another one, social media usage distribution by occupation status. So this data set was carried out on 4 different people: university students, 4 different groups of people rather: university students, salaried workers, school students, retired people. And we can clearly see here that university students use social media the most, and they had a 22% out of 100% people, 100% of people that are using social media. So another is impact of worries, distraction, and concentration by occupation status. Here we can see that university students have the highest level of worries, highest level of distraction, and highest difficulty in concentration, which also backs up the research I stated earlier that World Health Organization made, and they realized that out of all the young people, university students are more susceptible to the negative influence of social media. So another is effect of daily social media use on difficulty in concentration. So here we can see that people that use social media the most, like for more than 5 hours, they have high level of difficulty in concentration. So this shows that anybody that has difficulty in concentration it will definitely affect their productivity. So we can clearly see here that the use of social media too much can cause reduction in productivity. All right. Then we have impact of daily social media use on sleeplessness. Here we can see that people with the highest screen time or highest highest use of social media in their daily lives, they have high frequency of sleeplessness, like they hardly sleep. Relationship between sleeplessness and depression level. Yeah, we can see that people with the highest frequency of sleeplessness are people that have the highest level of depression. So in turn, we can see that the use of social media influences the frequency of of their sleep, and also influences depression. And we know that depression is one of the leading causes of suicide. So therefore, we
Shakira,
can,
please wrap
yes.
up. Okay, your time is up. Please
All
wrap
right,
up.
I'm done. Okay, these are the insights and this is the recommendation. So one of the recommendation is encourage moderation in social media use to reduce negative impacts, implement stronger reporting and support mechanisms for victims of online harassment, encourage LD nighttime routines like reducing screen exposure before bed. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Shakira, for your presentation. Lovely presentation. Okay, Miss Ruby, please.
So well done for your presentation. It was actually it was good in terms of I think a problem statement. That's where you caught me. I think I was gonna speak on problem statement actually, but it just kept keeping my mind. I was gonna tell the next person, and then you did your problem statement, which is good, quite alright. That was a good introduction. Um, um, dashboard as well. Your dashboard is 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 good in terms of the choice of colors, just you being user friendly. You're scrolling and yeah, but one thing I really was just gonna speak on in terms of your pie chart is I wish your pie chart had legends. I know that you can sort of have to hover around it till before you showed that, but it's situations like this where I don't have access to your Power BI, so it's just good that wherever your dashboard goes to, maybe online, if you're to post this now on LinkedIn, it would be good that it has legends. So I can already tell that that's 5 points. I can't really see from far, but that and maybe 5.2, some sort of percentage is attributed to so. So it would be nice to have legend on that. So yeah, you can go back to your report. Um, in terms of your findings, I would love to hear your recommendation. You did not get a chance to speak on that, so you want to share me your recommendation. I also want to hear about the data cleaning you took for this data.
All right, man. Thank you very much. I'll take into account all that you've said. And then for the data cleaning, we cleaned our data using Excel. The timestamp had a mixture of text and actual dates. Then it had minutes, seconds, and hour. So it was actually a form. So it was a Google form that they all filled. So it had 20 basic questions actually. So the timestamps, I edited it. I made sure the text were turned into actual dates, and I removed the minute, second, and hour was name that was there. So another one was that the questions 1 to 20, some of the questions were quite long, so I had to shorten them and redefine them so that whenever I open the dashboard, it won't just be a long question that I'm looking at. Okay, so that
So
was another.
give
Ma,
me the column head.
I should show
By
you. Okay, no problem.
no, I'm saying by questions. You mean the column head? The question.
Yes,
This is
I
okay.
meant the column head. Yes, the questions were
Okay.
the column heads were the questions, so they were quite long. So I had to shorten them. And yeah, I
So
think
quick one. This data you said you got it. Did you get it from Google or you ran the survey yourself?
no, we got it from Cargo.
But you said it was a Google form. I heard something like Google form.
Yeah, like they mentioned it, like they asked people questions, like they people filled forms, then they used the analysis, they turned it into a
Oh,
table.
okay. All right. Um. I was gonna
I've,
ask you something. Yeah, go on, go on.
no, I wanted to speak on the recommendation, but please go ahead with your question.
No, I can't remember the question. It just left my head. But talk about it. I remember I said the recommendation. Yeah.
Sorry. So for the recommendation, moderation, we can see that a lot of like using social media way too much than it is supposed to be used is one of the leading factors that that can cause the negative impact of social media. So encouragement to reduce the use of social media to reduce negative impact on mental health. That is one. And another one is advocate for digital well-being features such as screen time limits and mindful scrolling. Well, I think I've seen a phone that had screen time limits, like it had it on the phone so you can implement the feature. That would actually be a very, very, very good feature if we can, or also if it can be implemented for everyone else. So another one is implementing stronger reporting and support mechanisms for victims of online harassment. Like for instance, now there's this social media influencer, I've forgotten his name. He did a nose job, and people have been really, 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 really harassing him online. So if there is a reporting and support mechanism for people like that, at least he wouldn't feel the way he's feeling, but I'm very sure he's not feeling very good. He might be feeling good about himself, but definitely not about the harassment online. So another is promoting self-acceptance and confidence building context. Like the case of Lizzie Velasquez. Now she's 35 years old now, and she's the face of redefining beauty in the world and also on social media. That is basically what she's doing right now. So she's promoting self-acceptance and building confident content online for people. So another and the last one, the last recommendation is encouraging healthy nighttime routines, like reducing screen exposure before bed. Some people, most people, like whenever they just pick up, it's not as if they're actually working. Whenever they just pick up their phone, before they know it, it is 12 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. So these types of stuffs, they would reduce the amount of sleep the person is supposed to get. And normally, medically, I don't think that is even right. So getting enough sleep is good for us. And if they don't get enough sleep, definitely it will reduce their productivity.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Akira. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much, ma. Ma?
That should be all from me. Over to you, Joyce.
Right, ma, thank you.
Okay, Shakira, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you, the pattern detectives. So the next team is data dynamos. So there were two teams with this name. So the one to present right now is the one with charts as emojis. So please go ahead. Data dynamos, please, are you here? I think that's
Yes,
Pinel's
yeah,
team. Okay.
I'm trying to share from my screen. I'm coming, please. Share entire window. All right. Okay. I'm coming. I don't know. I'm coming. I'm clicking on share entire screen, but it's not coming up. Let me see if I can share for. I don't know why my screen is not sharing.
Okay. Do you maybe want to ask someone else on your team to share their screen?
The fact is, I'm the only one using Power BI, so I was the one that I'm meant to present. So I don't know.
Right. Okay. So maybe while you try to figure that out, maybe we quickly take the next team.
Okay.
Okay. So the next team is Data Triad. Please, are you here?
Yeah, we are here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Can
Yes.
you hear
Good
me?
evening. Yes, please. The floor is yours.
All right.
All right, so can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Confidence, please help us turn off your mic.
Okay.
All right, so this is for Team Data Try. Analysis was on global electronic retailer sales, and it's a group project of with 3 persons: Mr. John, Miss Lisa, and Miss Elizabeth. So our the project statement. This analysis aims to evaluate sales performance, profitability, customer purchasing pattern, product demands across various categories and location. And with the use of Power BI, we are able to provide actionable insights into key business metrics, which will help stakeholders to make data-driven decisions. And the objective of this analysis is to leverage data analytics visualization to enhance decision-making in electronic retail sales, providing insight into sales performance, behavior, customer trend, and operational efficiency. Also identifying revenue trends, segmenting customers, optimizing inventory, evaluating regional sales performance to improve business strategy. Finally, to enhance operational efficiency and to enable data-driven decision-making for increased profitability and growth. So the key insights we derived from this analysis was sales trend performance. Revenue showed consistent growth with peak sales occurring during specific seasons and promotional periods. Customer behavior: high-valued customers contribute significantly to revenue, but retention strategies are needed to reduce churn among infrequent buyers. Product and inventory management: fast-moving products drive revenue, while slow-moving items increase inventory cost and risk overstocking. Regional sales variability: certain regions outperformed other sales, indicating potential markets for expansion in high-growth areas. Operational efficiency: delays in order processing and fulfillment impact on customer satisfaction, highlighting need for supply chain optimization. So let me lead us to the dashboard. All right, so this is the dashboard for the analysis. Global electronic sales. So this page, it's a 2-in-1 page which talks about sales analysis and profit analysis. With the aid of bookmark, it's interactive. You can switch in between buttons. So the key metrics are total sales with their various increase in growth percentage by previous year. We have total profits, total sales, total profit, total quantity, total cost of goods sold. Then the first chart is sales by month. We can see that in January and February, there was an increase and a decrease in April, followed by an increase again in September. Then business activities by day. We can see that from the analysis or from the charts, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and equally Saturday showed high busy activity days. Then sales by category: computer sales ranked the highest, followed by camera and camcorders. We also have sales by country, where United States ranked the highest, followed by United Kingdom. Then sales by subcategory: desktop ranked the highest, followed by camcorders. So on the next page, which is profit, we can see the profits by various we can see profit by various months. We can see profit by various months and busy activities by day, and also profit by category, where computer had the highest sales. Profit by country: United States had the highest sales, followed by United Kingdom. Profit by subcategory: desktop had the highest, followed by camcorders. Then on the next page, which is the product page. So the product page is a 2-in-1 page also, where we have the chart view, which talked about quantity by countries, and also a table view that has the overall summary of all products. So this is for current year and previous year quantity sold by country. There's a globe chart here representing different countries and the summary of sales made over there with the help of 2 tips, and also a dumbbell chart representing their various quantity sold and quantity by previous year. We can see that United States had the highest, followed by online, followed by United Kingdom and Germany. Then we have sales by outlet store, where physical rank the highest in comparison to online. Then
Sorry,
current year and
can you hear me? You're too fast. You're actually too fast. I know it's 7 minutes, but just take it slowly.
all
This
right.
chart that has, sorry to cut you short, please. This chart that has pink and blue. That's the geographical globe. What does it? You said something about previous year. Is that what the pink is for? So pretty much the blue is like an increase.
Okay, sorry. This is called a dumbbell chart. That
Hmm?
it shows a dumbbell chart. The blue aspect is the total quantity, and the light pink one is the quantity by previous year.
Yeah. So that's the blue is the increase.
Yes. Definitely the total, and then the pink is the current,
Yeah.
the previous year amount. So,
Just take your presentation a bit slower. I'm getting less information from what you're saying.
all right. So, quantity by store outlets. We have physical, where it was 6,000 in comparison to online with 2,000. Then quantity, previous current year and previous year quantity by brand. Contoso ranked the highest. That's product brands, followed by worldwide importers. So this is a rounded bar chart. So these two figures here showing the upper and the lower quantities. It's just like a current and the previous year metrics, where the upper is the current and the lower is the previous, and then the total quantity sold. Then on the table view, so this is a summary of all products, their various brand, their categories, and the sales, the total, the quantity sold, the profit, and the net profit margin, that's in percentage. So there's also a search bar here where you can, filter down for a specific category or a specific item to see only that item, as for seamless searching. Then the last page is on customer and customer analysis. So this is also a table view that shows the total customer, the total purchase made, the total product, the total quantity, total orders made, and orders, that's change in orders by previous year in percentage. So there's the name of the customers, country, that's the picture of the countries they are from, their gender, their states, their categories of things they bought, the orders they made, the quantity they ordered, the purchases, the sum total of purchases made by each customer, then their delivery status, if it is on time or awaiting. So we can see some awaiting and you can see some on time delivery status. So finally, our
Lucy,
recommendations.
Lucy, please, your time is fast spent. Please wrap up. Thank you.
All right, so our recommendations to one, implement personalized offers and loyalty programs to retain high value customers and minimize churn, adjust stock levels based on demand to prevent overstocking and outstock. Also, allocate resources strategically to minimize opportunities in top performing markets while addressing underperforming areas. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lucy, for your presentation. Ms. Ruby, please.
Um, that's for the data chariot. So I like the presentation. I like your dashboard actually. Um, just being able to follow through. Each dashboard had different charts and different stories to tell. Still maintaining the whole dashboard in all of that pages. Um, I like the fact that you were able to sort of tell a story with your dashboard, meaning that you had filter buttons, drill through buttons for specific pages. I like your KPIs. I like the way you actually. This is how I like KPIs. Honestly, just be very factual. Aside the figures and KPIs, you were able to put those pointers that's showing an increase or a decrease. Perfect. That's one of the perfect ways to do KPIs. I don't have much question for you guys. So fantastic one to your
Thank
team.
you. Thank you, ma.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, so but I mean, I'm just curious, not really, not for really anything. I just want to know where you got this data from. I must have missed that in your introduction.
All right. All right. So the data set was gotten from Marvin Analytics. Yeah, it's a place where you get good data. And also, it's a six different data sheets, which was modeled to the facts table, the sales table here. So you can see stores, you can see customers, you can see products, you can see date tables and the rest. So it was modeled to the fact table, which is the data, which is the sales table. So this is the Power BI analysis file. And the likes.
Interesting, interesting. Was the data very dirty?
Yeah, we had to do some not too dirty anyway. Though we just had to avoid blanks and also consistency in their columns to avoid inconsistency results in analysis. We had to prevent that. We named some columns in Power Query. I created a date table for trends, accurate trends and the like. So you can see it in the data modeling here.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, nice one. Well done. I think that's all for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy, nice presentation. Team Data Triad, nice presentation. Okay, before we take confidence, right? Our time is fast spent, so we'll only be having 9 teams presenting today. And so far we've had 6, right? So we'll be taking 3 more. Confidence from team Data Dynamos. Are you ready? We'll be taking the other 10 tomorrow, right? The time will be communicated to you, please. Okay, confidence, the floor is yours.
Okay.
I need to beat time, whoa.
Hi.
I need to beat time.
Sorry, please, is my
Lucy,
screen
please,
sharing
your mic
already?
is on. Yes, your screen is sharing. Confidence.
Oh, sorry. Coming. I'm coming, please. Let me on my video. Then I'll share. I'm coming, please. Sorry, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Please proceed.
That's where I'm not. I'm coming, please. All right, so. All right. I'm coming, please. So this is it. All right. Okay. For our data, my name is Confidence in Igbe. Okay, we are 9 in number, and this is Data Dynamos. Okay, for our data collection, we got our data from Cargo. So it was our work was more like collective work. So when we got our data from Cargo, this is what we got at first. The data we got. First and foremost, when we got our data, we import our data from here using text/CSV. So this was our data, what our data looked like. We had username, followers, following, and updates, likes too. But for the age, location, gender, content type, and uploads category, it was our research question. Because when we got the data, it was like there was no questions or insights on it. So we had to go on our own and make research. So we came up with some insights like the location, gender, content type, and uploads. So back to our dashboard here. The title of our dashboard is Top 100 TikTokers Dashboard, but we could not analyze all since we have a whole lot. 100 was just too much, so we had to go with some few analysis. Like we took some top 10, top 5 in most cases. So the first one here we have the first KPI here, we have total likes, which is 161 billion, average followers 58.53 million, growth potential 740.25K, and total uploads is 217K. For our potential user, growth potential by user, we used this is our data here, and I'm coming. Let me expand. Expand all. So we use this formula. I'm coming. It's not coming up anyways. Let me just ignore that. So we did a calculation for growth potential by user, influence per country, posting frequency by user, engagement rate by location, average followers by content, average followers by gender, and we have top 5 content by followers. Okay, so for our first this thing, a KPI, growth potential by username, the highest user with the highest growth potential is Addison. Sorry, I can't really see this well because my place is dark. Then second by Titan, next by Isopia. I didn't get her name very well. So the comparison here is I noticed PTS and Rose had the same rate of potential growth. Then influencer per country, the highest country here. I'm coming, please. Okay, for our KPI, the pink color represents increase, the blue color here, the blue color represents total, though that's what was kind of small, so not all of them showed. So the highest we had here was, we had Germany, we had Spain, we had United States and Germany, followed by Japan. For posting frequency by user, the highest we had here was ESPN, seconded by Ondi Mukala. Then for our engagement rate by location, we had Australia, Brazil, Canada, but USA had the highest. I'm coming, please. Then for average, thank God they brought the line. Average followers content, the highest we had was gaming, having the total number of 116 million, second by music, having the highest number of 107 million, then third by dancing, having the total number of 66 million. For our average followers by gender, as we can see here, the highest followers they had was the male, which is the pink color, then the female, seconded by the female gender. Then for the next dashboard, what we had here is top 5 content by followed. So the highest content that had the highest follower was music, second by gaming, dancing, comedy, and education. So for our insights state that from the total engagement and growth, the platform has accumulated 161 billion total likes with an average of 58.53 million followers per user and a growth potential of 740.25K. Influenced by country, the UK, Germany, and the US have the highest TikTok influence measured by engagement and followers. Posting frequency, the most active user has posted 1,170 times, while other posts significantly less, indicating diverse posting strategy among top influencers. Content type popularity, music and gaming are the most followed content category, as we can see from this dashboard here. So gaming demography, female dominates the follower base, followed by non-binary and male by the number of 26.35%. Then regional engagement.
Confidence, please, your time is up. Please wrap up quickly.
Okay, for regional engagement, location like Brazil, Canada, and France had a notable engagement rate. So for recommendation, we recommend, actually why we picked up this TikTok, this thing, it's because we know that TikTok is one of the trending thing, and a lot of upcoming TikTokers want to know, okay, which of the niche should we go into. So we recommend that gaming and music dominate the following counts, suggesting brands and influencers should focus on this niche. Engagement by location, expanding into high engagement region can drive better audience interaction. Post frequencies, some creators post significantly more than others, so it is advised that consistency should be users should be consistent in their posting. Then gender distribution, a relative balance spread, but male creators appears to have the highest average followers. Okay, for our challenges, actually we had this dashboard before.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, Miss Ruby.
Um, Pick one confidence. The team. What's your team again? I love that.
Well,
Data
our team
Dynamos.
is
Okay.
Data Dynamos.
Alright. Alright, data dynamo. Great one. Great presentation. Um, honestly, the first thing that just came to my head when you started presenting 500 people, just your dashboard. I really think that I'm not a fan of pink, using pink in dashboards because I'm just of the opinion
Okay.
that I'm just of the
Okay, we
opinion.
actually okay.
I'm just
We
of the
actually
opinion.
use sorry. Can,
Please? I'm just of the opinion that um less is more. Like if you're not really like you don't know color theory, just better keep it at honestly or blue and white, just a mixture of very light blue and all of that because that's just the safest thing because you can't it's better to not even play around with colors. You can't go wrong with just having like minimal colors on your dashboard. That's like funny thing. Then you can go wrong if you decide to now play with colors. So you can work on your dashboard and also there's a lot of information on this dashboard. There's really a lot. I can't really concentrate. But one of the things that are standing out for me is just KPIs. I can see what your total likes look like, what the average following looks like. Yeah. In terms of your chat title, I don't know. You can also keep that low, honestly, because I feel like that's one thing that's contributing to your dashboard being too loud. So it's loud, but it's not really like telling me any information quickly. Just by like just glancing at it. So you can keep your chat titles from being capitalized, something so to speak. Um, yeah, honestly, I really think that that's really all for me. And your legend for your I try to show the location too, without too much of just playing out orange. If you can just try to rework your dashboard, that would be a good one. Honestly, try to see how you can reward your dashboard and add something very interactive. You can add sliders, read through something that makes your dashboard really interactive, not just static. Because someone can easily just pull this up on Excel, right? So what makes it different? Power BI just gives you the opportunity to make use of different interactive features that can make your dashboard come to life. So if you can leverage that sort of fine tune your dashboard so it comes out well, that would really be great. I think that should be all for me. Over to you, Joy.
Okay, thank you, Data Dynamos. Thank you, Confidence, for your presentation. So the next team we have pattern finders. Pattern finders, please, if you're here, the floor is yours. Team pattern finders, please, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Good
Okay,
evening.
please, the floor is yours.
Yes. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Elnora Amota. I'm here to present on behalf of the Pattern Finders. Actually, it's a one-man team. So the name of my presentation is Global Traffic Accidents. This is the table of content. We have the introduction, objectives, findings, recommendations, and conclusion. Traffic accidents are a major public concern, safety concern, requiring data-driven solutions for its effective prevention. This data set was gotten from Caro. It was linked with Microsoft Excel and Power BI. This data set captures key details such as date, time, location, weather, road conditions, and accident causes, which will provide valuable insights into accident patterns. And these insights will be going to help policymakers develop targeted interventions, enforce stricter regulations, and allocate resources effectively. So this is the objectives of the analysis: to identify high-risk areas and trends, assess environmental and road factors, examine causes and contributing factors, enhance global safety strategies, support policy development. So in the high-risk areas, this is my findings. Sao Paulo, Brazil has the highest number of accidents at 1,032 accidents, followed by New York, USA at 1,016 accidents. We can see from the charts the bubbles, the circles, the thicker the color, the higher the number of accidents. So the lowest risk area is Berlin, Germany, followed by Mumbai, India. So environmental and road factors. From the chart here on the pie chart, we can see that dry road contributes the highest percentage of accidents at 17.29%. When comparing road and weather conditions, there are more casualties when the road is wet and the weather is clear. We can see from the other chart, you can see the thicker the color, the higher the number of casualties. As we can see, when the road is wet and the weather is clear, there are higher number of casualties. Causes and contribution factors. As we can see from the first chart, drunk driving has the highest cause of accidents at 1,772 number of accidents. Then in the other chart, we compared weather condition, causes, and casualties. The highest, there are more casualties when the weather is foggy and as drivers are driving recklessly. Also, when it is raining and the drivers are speeding. When these two are happening at the same time, there are more casualties. Recommendations. There should be a focus on the high-risk areas. The government should implement stricter traffic enforcement, smart surveillance, and public awareness to reduce accidents. You should also learn, the high-risk areas should also learn from the low risk areas to know what they do that can be replicated globally to reduce the number of accidents. There should also be road condition awareness, since dry roads contribute to most accidents, and adaptive speed limits and driver education on road risks. So doing weather-specific safety measures, increased visibility, stricter speed regulations, and better drainage systems can reduce casualties on wet road. Also, stricter penalties, severity checkpoints, and better public transport alternatives can reduce drunk and reckless driving. Automated speed controls, road signage, adaptive vehicle technologies can reduce fatalities in foggy and rainy conditions. A global accident database and international collaboration can help develop more effective road policies. So I would like to show other dashboards that shows other insights. You can see the total accidents in each month. May has the highest with 874. Drunk driving, as we have said before, has the highest number of accidents. Brazil having the highest number of accidents. Then my other pages shows the accident patterns. You can see the average casualty, The total casualties, 50,000 casualties. The average casualty per accident, 5. You see, drunk driving has the highest number of casualties. Then, highest number, drunk driving has the highest number of vehicles involved. Also, when there are 4 vehicles involved, they have the highest number of casualties. So the road condition.
Honora, you have less than 1 minute. Please wrap up.
Sorry. Okay, so let me. All right. So when the road is wet, we have the highest. When the road is dry, we have the highest number of casualties. So in conclusion, enhancing global road safety requires data-driven policies, stricter enforcement, and technology-driven interventions. Addressing key risk factors like drunk driving, reckless behavior, and adverse weather conditions will help reduce casualties. Governments must implement adaptive safety measures, improve road infrastructures, and strengthen public awareness. International collaboration and data sharing are crucial for developing effective long-term road safety strategies. Thank you. I'm done with my presentation.
Okay, thank you, Nora. Thank you, Pattern Finders, for your presentation. Okay, Miss Ruby.
So sorry, what team is that again? Pardon me. Dynamos.
Sorry,
No,
Pattern Finders.
Sorry?
Pattern Finders.
All right. So your presentation was good. In terms of your dashboard, do you want to walk me through? Just like take me to your dashboard. All right. Your dashboard looks great choice of colors. Your color theory is so good. Like honestly, so good in terms of how the green blended with the different shades of green and orange. Who would have thought that orange would blend with green? I'm really very bad at colors, and maybe that's why I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Okay. Yeah, I think this is quite okay. I like the fact that you actually do have KPIs, honestly, and your KPIs have charts that sort of already show trend, which is good. Do you want to speak on those trends that your KPIs are showing? Did you elaborate on them in your charts?
No, I didn't. The KPIs is comparing the total accidents and the months, like the months. Each of the KPIs is being compared with months.
What do you mean by I don't get you? Sorry.
Okay. Now, like this chart now, it shows that the total number of accidents in May, the total accident.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Trend. You're showing the trend.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Countries and is that countries I'm particular about?
Yes, countries.
Why are you now using trend for? Please, why are you using trend for countries? Trend line. Trend is usually for seasonal. If you're trying to show seasonal data points, so if you're trying to show something like quarter, daily, monthly, that's when trend line. You get like fluctuations over time. So using a trend, a line for country is not ideal. So you want to take that out. Yeah. Let me see your vehicle, the line in vehicle.
No, like the
Oh,
KPI
so, oh,
average vehicle involved,
I'm so sorry. Let me go back.
like your KPI.
Yeah, so let me go back. I mistakenly clicked on something else. So this one is showing um average vehicles involved too. So it's kind of supposed to be trend for each month, the average number of vehicles involved in each month.
Sorry,
Hello.
apologies. Can you show me that again? Showing is that February I'm seeing? Is that month? Okay.
Yes, it's showing the average number of years involved in each month.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's actually okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So, I really think that's really my own. Can I see your modeling?
I didn't do modeling. I just cleaned my data set and I
Are you
went
the only
right into
person in your
it.
team?
Yes, I am.
Just you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You would have been great to do more. I don't know how people do, except if you just like there's a team that did 70 data points. That one safe. You don't really need to do more. I mean, but you could pass, but data sets like this, total accidents, I'm seeing
Yeah.
10K. It means that this is a row of over 10K because I mean that they will definitely have IDs. So in this case, you just what modeling does, modeling just makes your like slicing very easy. So you're able to like drill through several colors because you modeled it.
Mm.
The relationship is just there between the columns. So great this thing, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, some things you want to do now, some insights you want to create, you cannot create because you don't have this one, except now you want to start writing complex DAX measures that can do it. So you should always create models.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I will do
well
that.
done. Yeah,
Yeah, thank
but
you.
that's all from my end. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Elnora, for your presentation. So we'll be taking the last team for today, which is Team Data Elite. So please, Team Data Elite, if you are here, the floor is yours. Team Data Elite, please, are you here? Okay, so it doesn't seem like anybody from Team Data Elite is here. If they are, I'm not sure why they are not signifying. So let's quickly just take Team Cost Clan and Data Elite to be moved to tomorrow. Team Cost Clan, are you here? Team Cost Clan, are you here, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What team are
I'm
you
here.
from,
Oh, I'm
please?
trying to share my screen.
What
Data
team are you
Elite,
from?
sorry.
Okay,
Data Elite, Data Elite.
okay, okay.
Yeah, okay. Can you see my screen?
No, we can't.
Okay, I'm trying to share. Trying to share my screen. Oh God. Is it the network or what? I don't get.
Miriam, we can see your screen now.
You can say it. Okay. Thank you. So, good day, everyone. My name is Ali Miriam Abiodun, and I'm representing Data Elite Group. So, I'll be talking about student well-being, the impact of depression, financial stress, and sleep deprivation on students. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes, you're very audible.
Yes, we can hear. Okay. So, student well-being is a critical factor that can affect academical performance, personal development, and overall quality of life of a student in today's fast-paced educational environment. Students often face immense pressure that affects their physical, mental, and emotional health.
Miriam, are you there, please? We can't hear you if you're speaking. Miriam, are you here, please? Okay, thank you everyone. I guess that will be all for today, right? Um okay, yes, I saw your message, but I doubt it will be possible for you to present today, please. You can speak. I can see you raising your hand. Please, you can speak.
Good evening. I'm currently the only one available for my team to present, and I will be not available tomorrow. So I just wanted to ask for the time to present tonight, so I would not be eliminated because I was available. But I won't be available tomorrow to present.
Okay, so since Miriam is not here, Okenla, please you can quickly go ahead with your presentation. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Share my screen. So I want to confirm if you can see my screen. Can you kindly can you
Can.
I want to confirm you
Yes.
can okay. Thank you very much. So I'm Okenla Kohara and I'll be presenting on behalf of Inside Squad. Our analysis focused on the climate change impact and risk assessments. So climate change is one of one of the pressing challenges that affect life on Earth, economies, livelihood, and other things. There's a lot of factors towards climate change that, such as rising temperatures, reduced rainfall, and and this caused by human factors such as deforestation and extra things. So we're contributing towards a web of complex issues that affect our livelihood. So the project trying to provide an understanding of the climate change impact across different continents throughout many years using statistical analysis to do our insights. So we'll got our data from Kegu. Using climate, you are going to use climate and variables such as temperature and CO2 and rainfall to analyze the climate patterns across regional variations, across regional fields. We're also ranking our data based off climate indicators using machine learning models and understanding the relationship between the factors across all regions. So this is a overview of our data, including one of our top 5 continents and extra. We have six continents, and we have 1,000 columns, and also 10 columns initially. Then with some pre-processing, we had around 15 columns. So we checked the normality of our data to understand any assumptions based on statistical tests, and then we found that majorly with the interactive protein, majorly we have across all continents we have we have normality between our data. So analysis on our data or assumptions or inference on our data, correct? So then we looked at the line trend analysis across here, given the normality of our data. So we could check the inference of changing pattern in rainfall across the years for a mean value of all the continents, and then we can see projection lines using machine learning models to understand how effective our model is. And so basically, the model we then we're able to plot a projection line for our variables, understanding that rainfall, such as rainfall, is reducing, and then factors such as maybe average temperature shows to increase, and in the projection of the next 5 years. And we also have graphs showing the comparison of maybe the top 5 countries. We're filtering by countries, top 5 countries for CO2 emission, and we can see maybe any comparison trends across them, showing that there's really no trend of CO2 emission across countries, but CO2 and other factors are steadily increasing based off of action from the countries. And then we wanted to check the distribution the of each factor by continents. So for average temperature, we can see that for most of the years, countries such as Asia are dominant in 2005, and then when we look at later countries like 2023, which is the latest year, we have more contribution towards average temperature for Oceania, South America, Africa. And then we can also check other factors such as maybe population. So this is an interactive dashboard using Streamlit. So we can actually check the factors across all continents which we grouped our data by. And then we also looked at the statistical correlation of regression plots with various factors such as average temperature and rainfall. And then we can find across the years we can have certain things. Looking at closer years in 2021, where we find that there's a 0.41 correlation, that is a negative influence for rainfall and for average temperature and rainfall. And this can be found across all other factors. But our correlation analysis, this is now also an overview of the analysis. Then we can find that there's not really much impact when we look at it in the overarching view. So not just per year, but when we look at an overarching view, we really don't have impact of these factors on each other. And then we then did analysis of variance across the continents to understand if there's any difference between each of these factors across the continents, to understand which continents might fall at risk for these factors. And then we found out that a lot of them do not have differences apart from CO2 emission. And then we then visualize the trend of CO2 emission, showing how Europe happens to be one of the highest. I think yes, Asia is the highest contributor to CO2, having 2,000 991,000 CO2 tons per capita. Then Europe, and then this shows the ranking for CO2 emission. So we're seeing Europe contributing and Asia contributing more to the CO2 emission globally. You should also know that the distribution of the data is not really accurate, I think, because there's been a lot of there's not a lot of I don't know what to use, diversity to the data. And then we then analyze the global. This is just a representation of the global what's the word of average temperature, which is one of the highest factors that we found using machine learning that affect climate change as well as CO2 emission. And then we can find across the years many countries, many continents, such as the North America and Europe, has constantly been like this has constantly been increasing in global temperature over the years. And then after that, we used after using machine learning model KNN clustering, and then we ranked our data. And for at least for the year 2023, we know that there are some of our data. We have countries such as China, such as Russia, and then for each year we got the ranking. So currently, Canada happens to be one of the highest, the highest risk factor countries across the globe. So our understanding of these factors has shown us the projections of some of the climatic factors and factors that actually impact climate change. And Canada and Japan and most Asian countries are more at risk of climatic influence on
Okay, La,
life.
please, your time is fast spent.
Yes,
Please wrap up
and
quickly.
rest. So that is the end of my analysis. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Please, Miss Ruby, are you here?
Pardon me, is anybody speaking?
Yes, we're waiting for your feedbacks for this present presentation that just ended.
Oh, apologies. Apologies. Please just a minute. All right, I'm so sorry. My network logged me out, and I wasn't really aware that it was already done. So I think this your code. It feels like you're writing it on GitHub. This your presentation.
No, it's a dashboard hosted, interactive dashboard hosted on a web page.
Eh. What's your
Yes,
team's name, please? What's your team's name?
Inside Squad.
Inside Squad.
Yes.
Ah, it would have been. It was in Power BI you used to design this dashboard.
No, because of the interactiveness that we wanted more granular interaction, and Power BI just free version doesn't give that. So we hosted. I used Python to write. We used Python to write the code and the graph, and then we hosted the interactiveness on an app or a website. I mean,
So it's pretty much Python.
Python. We used Power BI, but it didn't give us what we wanted, so we decided to interact. Is a Python interactive dashboard. Yes,
So where is the dashboard?
for the Power BI.
You say
This
you
is
use a
the
Python.
it's a stacked dashboard, so it doesn't give the over the way the layout of the
Then it's
actual
not
dashboard.
dashboard now. It's called charts.
It's charts, yes, presentations, and yes, on charts, yes,
And not dashboard. Dashboard is like when you combine all your charts into one dashboard. You get. And Python
yes.
doesn't give. Python can never give you. Python just gives you chat here and there. That's the good thing. So if you take people who just want to do one very crazy data wrangling, you run it on Python. Then if you now want to do your dashboard and here, you know that Power BI is your go-to. So
You can actually do a dashboard on Python,
and let me see the
not
dashboard now.
but not Python. This is Streamlit. It's host dashboards using Python code.
So what is the
But
dashboard?
this is not a dashboard. I wasn't able to do the dashboard part, the presentation, submission of the presentation. I was able to do the layouts. These are the charts that would have gone on the dashboard if I did the layout of the dashboard.
And it would have been great to see. I mean, at the end of the day, your I mean, insights doesn't only just stop at dashboard. Insights is also to charts. Pretty much it's even charts that make up the dashboard, but the essence of dashboard is just to see your charts, at a glance. So even if you're going to sort of still tell us what your analysis is about, it's just good that, okay, before you even speak, everybody can just be fixated on your dashboard. They can just really just tell one or two pointers or story from your dashboard. So it would have been great. I think one of the criteria for the challenge is to have your dashboard ready. So it would have really been great to see your dashboard. Can you scroll up? But I really think that your insights are good. Scroll down. That's the no. I want to see that chart. No. The
Histograph chart. This is
okay. Yeah.
so
So that's okay. Scroll up again. Just scroll up.
up or down. Okay.
No, like up. I want to see the beginning of your.
Sorry, good evening.
So
I didn't know I went up. I've been
so all right. I think this is, but yeah, what I would say, if you can put this to a dashboard, right? And
Yes.
maybe I'm not really getting, apologies, honestly. Maybe I not really get your project like 100%. I think it's my fault because got logged out and I sort of did not mention that it wasn't so like I just got in.
Let me
But
recap.
I really love. No, you don't need to give me a recap. Is it
Okay.
possible for you to present tomorrow?
That's why I'm presenting tonight. I will not be available to present tomorrow.
Okay. Um. All right. So
I will
scroll
try
down.
to be available
Just scroll
tomorrow.
down. Or is there any member of your team that can present tomorrow?
I would ask. I would actually prompt them to present.
All
Hopefully.
right. If that can happen, then that would be great because I'm not going to because it's going to be very unfair if I'm judging based on something I did not hear. Do you get fully? So let me just really be fair for everybody or to everybody. So if your team can just sort of touch, I have an idea, but I really just want to get the whole some of the things I'm judging on their pointers and obviously I will not be able to give a holistic judgment. So if they can take it tomorrow, one of your team members, I'll just really like I will really understand some things. Yeah, that would be great. So thank you everybody. If you present, I think this should be the last person. Thank you so much for taking out your time to be here. I'll just hand it over to Joy.
Hello.
Yes,
Sorry.
Miriam. Right. Please, you
Can I still
present
present
tomorrow.
tomorrow, please?
Yeah,
Thank
sure, of
you.
course. You present tomorrow. So your team
Okay.
would go first tomorrow. Yes. So
Okay.
thank
Okay.
you everybody that tuned in. Thank you to all the presenters today. Amazing work. So this is where we'll call it a night or call it a day. Right. So we'll begin tomorrow, starting with Miriam's team. I think that's data elites. I'm not sure. Right. So and we'll take it from there. So thank you to everybody that stayed late into the night with us. And once again, thank you to all the presenters. And of course, thank you to Miss Ruby for her feedbacks. Okay, I guess we can call it a night here. The time for tomorrow's hackathon will be communicated to you later in the group.
I have a question, please. Is there a group?
Oh, yes, you are not on the group.
Okay, well,
Okay, so okay, that means that you probably are not a community member. All right, so I will also communicate the time through emails tomorrow.
okay.
Okay,
I
thank
also
you.
sent an email.
Yes,
I sent you an
sorry.
I sent an email, please. So if you could check.
Okay, what team, please?
We group.
Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, once again, that will be all for tonight. So thank you, everybody, and do have a lovely night rest.
Sorry, from at least from Lucy. Sorry, I have something to say.
Okay, Lucy, I'm listening.
Okay, so please, some of us are not on the community forum or group.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any way we can be added because I only get your infos or um, through emails, or that's it's okay.
Okay, so we'll see what we can do about that. Okay, so thank
All right,
you.
thank you, ma'am. You're welcome. Have a
All
nice
right,
day. Bye.
you too. Okay, so good night, everybody.